Immigration just changed in America, what July 2025 really means. Green cards are moving faster. But if that's all you've heard, you're missing the bigger picture. Something much deeper just shifted in America. July 2025 will be remembered for its speed, but also for its crackdown. One side of the system is accelerating. The other is tightening like never before. Some families are getting green card interviews within weeks, but others are being priced out of asylum, stripped of protections, and watched more closely than ever. This isn't reform. It's a split, a double-edged moment that affects every immigrant, green card holder, and even US citizens in ways that feel unsettling. Let's break down exactly what changed, why it matters, and how it could affect you, whether you're applying, renewing, or just trying to stay protected. Green cards and citizenship are moving fast, for some. Here's the good news. USCIS interviews for green card and citizenship applicants are speeding up in certain regions, sometimes scheduled within just 2 to 4 weeks of applying. These aren't rumors. Real applicants across the country are reporting faster processing, especially for family-based Form I-485 cases and naturalization interviews under Form N-400. Experts believe local USCIS offices are clearing backlogs with help from artificial intelligence, digitized files, and fewer applicants in low-volume zones. But this isn't a national trend. If you're in a high-demand district or applying under employment-based, asylum, or humanitarian categories, your case is likely still delayed. And USCIS has made no formal announcement about a system-wide speed-up. If you're seeing progress, consider it a temporary window, not a permanent policy. HR1, the biggest immigration crackdown bill in US history. On July 4, President Trump signed HR1, the most aggressive immigration enforcement law in modern American history. The numbers behind it are staggering. The law unlocks $170 billion in immigration funding. That includes money for ICE, Border Patrol, detention facilities, immigration courts, and military deployment to border zones. It also authorizes new surveillance systems, more interior raids, and expedited removals, even for those who are legally in the United States. This law doesn't just go after undocumented immigrants. It targets those under review, green card holders, asylum applicants, and even some naturalized citizens with prior issues. The message is loud and clear. The era of backlog relief is over. The new focus is enforcement muscle, and this time, it's national policy. Asylum applications now come with a price tag. Here's a historic shift. Asylum is no longer free. Starting July 26, 2025, all asylum applications must include a $100 filing fee, or they'll be rejected outright. This fee applies to both affirmative asylum, filed by those proactively seeking protection, and defensive asylum, filed during deportation proceedings. There are currently no fee waivers, no exceptions, and any application submitted after August 21 without the fee will be automatically denied by USCIS. This change introduces a major barrier for vulnerable applicants, especially those fleeing war, gang violence, or political persecution with limited resources. Advocacy groups warn this could push desperate people toward risky crossings, fraudulent legal services, or even going fully undocumented out of fear or confusion. TPS protections are quietly ending for thousands. While some are watching asylum policy, others are waking up to the quiet collapse of TPS, temporary protected status, for long-term immigrant communities. TPS designations for multiple countries are being terminated. Haiti's program ended in May. Honduras will lose protection in August. Nicaragua's is set to end by October. These aren't proposals or warnings. These are final government decisions. Thousands of people who have legally lived here for over a decade now face deportation orders. That includes parents of US-born kids, workers with long employment histories, and even small business owners contributing to the economy. For those affected, urgent action is needed. Options may include family-based petitions, asylum applications, humanitarian relief, or temporary protections like DACA, if eligible. Los Angeles challenges ICE over racial profiling. In Los Angeles, immigration tensions are boiling. Community leaders are accusing ICE of racial profiling, not just against undocumented immigrants, but even green card holders and US citizens. Reports suggest ICE is stopping and detaining individuals based on appearance alone, regardless of immigration status, and local officials are stepping in. While no formal lawsuit has been filed, the groundwork is already in motion. City attorneys are investigating possible constitutional violations tied to race and ethnicity. In response, LA is limiting cooperation with ICE, expanding legal aid access, and demanding full transparency on federal enforcement activity within the city. This is a direct challenge to federal power, and it's shaping up to be a major showdown over civil rights, local authority, and immigration enforcement boundaries. Supreme Court blocks Florida's anti-immigrant law. In a rare victory for immigrant rights, the U.S. Supreme Court just blocked a sweeping immigration law passed by Florida. That law would have criminalized undocumented individuals entering the state, even those with valid asylum claims in progress, and mandated jail time with no bond. But in June 2025, the Supreme Court declined to lift a federal injunction, reinforcing that immigration is a federal matter, not a state-level issue. This sets a strong legal precedent. It could derail similar laws being drafted in Texas, Iowa, and Oklahoma, where state governments are seeking to criminalize immigration. For now, this ruling protects national consistency in immigration enforcement, but legal battles in conservative states are far from over. The rumored temporary pass visa isn't real yet. You may have heard the buzz online. A so-called temporary pass visa for undocumented essential workers is trending again, but don't fall for the hype just yet. Rumors suggest the visa would offer status to agricultural or construction workers without risking deportation, but no official policy has been introduced by DHS or USCIS. This concept resembles old proposals like the Dignity Act, but nothing has passed Congress or been signed into law. As of now, it remains pure speculation. Until an official announcement is made, undocumented workers should not rely on this rumor to make legal or financial decisions about their future. Stay cautious. Social media rumors are not immigration policy. So where do things stand now? We're at a crossroads. On one hand, some green card and naturalization applications are moving faster. On the other, enforcement tools are growing larger and more aggressive. The Supreme Court is keeping states in check, and cities like Los Angeles are pushing back against federal overreach with legal resistance and community support. But new fees, TPS rollbacks, and massive ICE funding paint a darker picture, one where the door to protection is harder to open and easier to shut. Immigration is no longer just about paperwork and waiting lines. It's about power, money, risk, and whether the system will protect you or remove you. Stay informed, stay ready. What's happening now will shape U.S. immigration for years. Whether you're filing a green card, renewing TPS, or applying for asylum, every detail matters more than ever. Don't rely on headlines or hope. Check your eligibility, talk to an attorney, and prepare now. The rules are changing fast, and only the informed will survive it. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon for future updates. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.